Social networks currently have a great impact on society in terms of work uses and personal entertainment uses. We see how every day social networks are becoming more and more part of our daily lives. We observed that when some main social network falls, the world enters and state collapse, where we do not know how else we can be communicated. Our main purpose is to see how social networks have that personal impact for us. Every time social networks have that deep for personal life, from ordering food, how to maintain communication with your loved ones. In the current time, the difficult times that are happening, that pandemic and thousands of things that happen in the world social networks have been the most effective means of communication to obtain information. Whether it is true or false, but we have some data which we can have a link with what is happening in the outside world. Virtual meetings have become very common in terms of studio works or even in family gatherings. WhatsApp, the most common and viral messaging, which allows us to have communication with our family and friends, and YouTube, where we can see our favorite videos and listen to our favorite artists. We see how everything is perfect with social networks.
Everything you say above is true. You should too much Spotify to listen to podcasts, music when is I owe my high to university, when I go to the gym, but no everything is good and then where's we can enter to also what counts. Currently we do not find more methods of communication in wonder how will it be done early times where these methods did not exist. Communication was very difficult if you were away from your friends, your family, your parents, but we have social networks as potential danger is very sensitive issues. When see how people, the civil of the people pretending to be friends, like a push and it can be fake and they stay from people. Undoubtedly, one of the biggest problems that social networks present is that they can ceasing to be simple tools to become a central place of our lives. For many people, their profile of their favorite platform is practically the most important thing in the world. These individuals can develop serious problems such as anxiety if they do not get the number of life than what.
It is a part of it, it's true, but I am so going to tell you. In my opinion, the advantage of the social network Facebook, one of the most important social networks of all time, began as a platform that allowed former university classmates to meet once they had graduated. Although right now this page have many more uses and have evolved incredibly. One of their main advantages is still the opportunity they give us to connect with people no matter how far away they are. Nowadays, with a profile on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, you can talk to people from anywhere in the world, exchange ideas with them, or even keep in touch with old friends or acquaintances, even if they are thousands of kilometers away. You can even meet with people you knew years ago and resume the relationship you had with them. One of the biggest attractions of the social network is that practically anyone can transmit their thoughts and get attention of them. This means that traditional media, such as television and newspaper, are no longer exclusive as to what ideas can be found by the majority of the population. In the past, only a few could reach a popularity necessary to be heard by an insignificant number of people. Today, by contrast, almost anyone can become an influencer through the internet and the social media. Do you have a message to convey? You can always start your own blog or podcast and share it in Facebook to reach thousands of listeners or open Twitter account where you can express your thoughts in a way that many people can you see. This is the transmitting ways of the thinking and reaching many people makes it very easy to find points of view that would never have been made known before. Thanks to the internet and social networks, right now we live in the true free market of ideas, something that can bring us many benefits.
In conclusion, social networks have to complement the revolution the way of the life on many people. No ways more and the more individuals. Our goal is understand the world with they use the platforms. However, as we have seen, this type of the past can not only edge slow, quite possibly complementing our league to use social networks do the disable is something that does not make someone to use will is perfectly possible to pay more authentication to the problem that this platform can bridge and consequently change the side the wish and the to minus their risks will making the most of their advantages.